first. Got Rocco, got Zizzle, got Black Rocks.
Brock is the one we're missing.
I think there's another driver missing as well. We're missing 2. We're missing...
Oh, somebody's just joined, actually.
So that's everyone then, I think.
Baraka and Messina's just joined.
Yes, that's everyone. So we could be in on time today.
My god. An FRL race starting on time? Who would have thought that?
Well, hopefully. They need to pick their cars first.
Good evening, everyone, of course, and welcome along to FRL. We are here for F1 2021. It is F1 Season 13, Round 5 of the Championship, as we take on the Azerbaijan Grand Prix from the Baku City Circuit. My name is James Tate, going to be taking through the stream, as always, on a Tuesday night. And joining me in the comment box, Nick's Wi-Fi is sadly down, but we've got a super replacement. It is, of course, Mr. FRL Charlie. Charlie, how you doing?
One sleepy, but nothing's gonna keep me down from missing out on this, especially when we've got Nathan making a return, of course, to FRL for F1, and he's definitely me. I'm already making my top 3 now. Nathan's on pole for sure.
Do you really think Nathan is a bit of a bottle job around here? I've commentated on him around here before, and Nathan, I think, might just struggle. We have got a few changes to names as well, but in terms of the standings coming, of course, after last week's race in Monaco, it would help if somebody did the F1 command. Oh, I found it, don't worry. Need to get the standings up. I'm not prepared whatsoever. We've just been inviting a load of people there in. But of course, Lou took pole position last time out. A very good pole position as well. And he also won last time out as well in Monaco in a real war of attrition, I've got to say, in Monaco last week. Yona took the fastest lap point as well. And what did that do to the championship standings, I hear you ask? Well, Montana doesn't lead the championship. That's season 11. It's Jensen that leads the championship on 58 points, from Brock in second on 45. Blackbox in third on 41, 2 retirements to his name in the last 2 weeks. Lou there in fourth, really good performance from him last week, with Baraka in fifth, Zero in sixth, Messina in seventh, Kazizel now under the Shazoo tag in 8th on 26 points, with Rocco in 9th on 25, and Yona in 10th on 24, Petra in 11th on 12, with Wizards in 12th on 10, Surface in 8th on 8, Nathan is back, 6 points to his name currently, T-Hawks also on 6th, with Burrell on 5, National Cheto in 17th on 4, and then now up Macho and Harmon have picked up points. Bosemanton Robbo, Alien Denzo, Hiddy, Desi, IRC Henry, and IFR Noah, and Tees all retired or haven't picked up any points so far this season. And Charlie, Jensen, obviously second place finished last time out, outscored Brock. He's 13 points ahead coming into tonight. This, however, though, Baku, these curbs, this new handling model, could be a real test for the drivers.
When I was racing last night for F3, of course, I could definitely feel the difference with the handling and the speed, because the cars are about 1.5 seconds slower, I'd say, in my book, because the F3 pole lap would have probably been a 137, but it was a 139, actually it was a 138 instead. Now it's by Michael F1. So I reckon the F1 fast lap will probably be a 138.5, I reckon.
Yeah, 138.5 is not too bad. We normally see lap times around the 136 mark. Certainly what I've commentated on in the past around here in Baku. And obviously this handling model creates that whole different slowness, I've got to say. I was doing some time trial laps around here as well. And I've got to say, you can really feel it. Even on a pad, you can really feel the controller, the new handling model, really come into effect. And if you ride on the curbs, you will spin the car around here. That is an absolute given fact. Of course, we meet the old and the new, the Baku City Circuit, of course. 6 kilometres in length, 3.7 mile, 20 turns awaiting the drivers, of course, out on track with the 2 DRS zones. One down the start finish straight and one down and towards turn 3. Plenty of opportunity for overtaking. T-Hawk, by the way, in the comments section has said, to quote Dr. McCoy from Star Trek, I might throw up on you. I really hope you don't.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that to happen. He's just got to make sure that he doesn't throw up inside his helmet, of course. And hopefully this time Black Box has his helmet, actually, though, because for every single race that I've commentated, he still hasn't worn his helmet once.
Yeah, he hasn't worn his helmet once, but I think there is an option where you can actually do that within the game, which is really weird, of course. Indeed, Black Box is here, along with 18 drivers. Very good attendance, I've got to say, from our perspective. Brock has also joined Shazoo in the last couple of weeks, so Brock also teaming up with Kazizzle, basically, in the Shazoo lineup. Great to see Shazoo, of course, who I commentated on as part of the team event for the PSGL and VRT Esports Cup on Friday night. But we get in towards short qualifying, of course, 18 minutes in length. Adam Clark has just came in and said, go on Chris, Jensen and Brock. Really good to see your support in the comments section. Of course, if you do want to support the drivers out on track, let us know who you're supporting. Let us know your predictions as well. And Charlie, you're going for the top 3 in qualifying. What was it again?
I'm changing it now, considering what you said about Nathan. But I only done position 1 anyway. But my pick is probably going to be Jensen on pole, Black Box P2, and Lou P3.
Interesting. I'm going to go a bit different, to be honest. I know quite a few of these guys' pace around here, so I think Kazizzle is going to come out on top. No pressure, Kazizzle, now that I've said that. I think Kazizzle will go out on top. Very quick driver. This is a natural track that will suit him to an absolute T. I think Nathan is going to do quite well. I think he'll get second. If he sets a really good time in qualifying, then transitions back to the race, then we could hope for a very good performance, of course, in the race as well. And for third place, I'm going to go Baraka. I think Baraka's got some really strong pace around here as well. The Spaniard, of course, recently in WOR, of course, in WOR Esports, who are affiliated with that league that all the F1 Esports guys race in as well, which is absolutely fantastic. We are already a minute into qualifying. It looks like we've got this minute glitch, as we like to normally suggest.
Oh.
No cars out on track. Nathan is the first one, though.
Nathan actually glitched out of the pit lane for me. He came out of his
that's
garage,
his lag.
then he completely went sideways for me. I don't know what happened there. But
that's his lag, I think.
His lap on the softs. Yeah, it probably could be his lag.
Yeah, he is what we'll say, and I think that's why Nathan could just do a little bit well. You can see in terms of his connection, really isn't the strongest. Nathan, honestly, Argos, look up, Ethernet cable, about £30. That'll solve all your problems, my son.
Yeah, that will definitely solve the problem. I think most drivers, though, will probably be putting up with bad Wi-Fi, because I actually saw quite a few drivers glitch out, to be honest. We've got 4 drivers on mediums. We've got Zero, Rocco, Teal'c, and Jensen. I could definitely see Jensen on the mediums for his first run, but I didn't expect Teal'c, to be honest, on the mediums. But a lot of drivers, to be honest, are glitching for me. I don't know if that's just for me, but it probably is. But just gonna have to put up with it for now.
Yeah, I have to put up with it. It all seems fine on my end. It might be due to connections, maybe. Who knows? Nathan, though, is the first man out on track, of course, in the Alpine. Really, really good performance in Bahrain. First round of the season, until, of course, that unfortunate spin cost him out of contention. But Nathan, very, very good so far in terms of his season. He's only got a few points to his name. Let's see, as we ride on board with the relentless man coming through turns 18 and 19, nearly clipping into the wall as he comes through turn 19 and then through turn 20, and actually takes the left-hand side approach on the run down in towards turn 1, nearly going toward the pit lane there, to be honest. But now Nathan corrects it up, and he's now going to go right down into the new city of turn number 1, of course, where Ricciardo and Verstappen famously came together all those years ago, and about, well, 4 or 5 years ago, I should say. Nathan running down in towards turn 2, though. Very good indeed. 3rd gear, 4th gear, and then up into the DRS zone now to give him about 200 mile an hour into the braking zone of turn number 3. And we'll see what his first sector is like, of course. This first sector, by the way, has been moved, obviously, from the last game. It was previously after turn 6. It's not now. That's turn 4. This is turns 5 and 6. And this is where the first sector split actually is. And it's a 34.5 from Nathan through turns 5 and 6, the flame towers of the old city of Azerbaijan right in front, and of course Baku being the only metropolis of Azerbaijan as well. Coming through now turn 7, and then into the infamous castle section where Leclerc crashed, of course, 2 years ago in qualifying. Nathan now through turn 11 and 12. Runs out wide, that's due to his connection, I think. Now towards the highest point of the track through to 13 and 14. There is a Red Bull, however, that is spun. Maybe now up or Jonah, one of the two Red Bulls. Maybe Jonah on an outlap. Nathan cuts across the curb very nicely indeed at the exit of turn 15. And then in towards turn 16. 14 flat through the middle sector from Nathan. As he now comes through in towards turn 17. Then through turn 18 and then through the right-hander of turn 19. And this is where if you've got a very high downforce setup, nearly proven there by Nathan, just lost the control of the car slightly. You could have ended easily up in that wall on the right-hand side, but Nathan now running to the line. Should be a 1:37, I think, to start off the night from Nathan. Runs to the line, just shy of that to 38.5. Not a bad lap at all from Nathan.
Yeah, it's a good start. Macho follows up with a 1:38.9. But I also have very good news. For the first time of me watching, while commentating, Black Box finally has a helmet.
That's fantastic. It might have been because we've obviously had the patch update. Kazizel goes to the top. National Cheto goes third as well. But Kazizel out on top. Nawalp, who's been very good in qualifying as well. 38.3 from him. National Cheto in third. Nathan in fourth. There is a slow car. I think it was Messina just backing off, coming through turn 1 at the end of his lap. Burrell's invalidated. ERT Henry, in fact. Not IRT Henry, as he was formerly known, of course, in the Aston Martin. He's in 16th position at the minute. No time set. Running adjacent to the pit walls. He comes to the line, and it's a 1:38.7, 5th place for him ahead of Macho. Not too bad at all, because this is out on top now, up second. National Cheto in third. So far, so good for both Williams drivers, first and third.
It's definitely a good start for Williams, and a good start for Nathan, considering he's come back after a few weeks. Also, I've just realised that FVR Borel has joined the lobby, as he wasn't actually here at the start.
He was here at the start. I think I saw 18 drivers at the start. He's invalidated.
I thought there were 17 at the start.
No, 18 drivers. I definitely saw 18 at the top of my screen, and that was before the 30-second countdown came on. 38.2 that would have been from Burrell. He would have gone second.
Yeah, that could have been a good lap. Jonah's on a flying lap here, and he's not gone invalidated or anything yet. I think this might be a good lap from him, because he's looked pretty decent at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't get held up or anything, because he's got a lot of lap traffic ahead, as you can actually see on the mini-map. But he could actually get a tow here if he can just get close enough, actually.
Yeah, 1:13.9 is around Nathan's sort of time, coming through the middle sector as well, so the URL man will be hoping for a very good lap as now comes through 18 and 19. That was Rocco getting out of the way! Oh my goodness me! I thought there was going to be an accident there! Jonah has somehow avoided that, and well done to everyone for having minute reactions there. Jonah will feel hard judged by, but he is still going on this lap. What's this lap time going to be from Jonah? Fourth. I don't think that traffic really did him any harm at all. 38.4 is a very good lap.
Shake a little bit. His car actually did shake a little bit whilst going through that, so I do think he might have got a little bit scared going through there, which, to be honest, I don't blame him for.
I wouldn't be surprised if that car now turned brown in terms of colour, because this is out on top from now up in second, check on the third.
He's done a George Russell. He's pooed his pants.
I think he has. Alien, by the way, 39.3. Driver fastest on the set of medium compounded tyres. Then you've got Jensen and Rocco, who are about 1,300 separating in terms of their lap times. Jensen, 11th position. He's been out qualified by Alien. Did Jensen and Rocco actually push on that lap, or were they just a little bit slower than Alien?
I think I saw Rocco actually maybe just slow down on his lap a little bit. I'm not sure. Teal'c, though, I'm not sure about either.
Yeah, Teal'c's just came out of the pit lane, in fact, so he's going to be sending a lap very soon indeed. We are nearly halfway through qualifying, it seems, at the minute, because this is allowed on top now, up second, National Cheto in third. Teal'c, yeah, 39.8, his best lap, but for somebody that is apparently ill, well, we think because of a vaccine, we think maybe due to illness, possibly, but Teal'c, 39.8, still up there in terms of his pace, and that's probably the sort of pace we would have been expecting from him. Now, of course, he's gone on to a set of softs, so he should improve quite quickly on that.
Yeah, he probably can improve quickly. Zero's the first one to the line, though, to start his final lap. He goes through turn 1 pretty smooth. He goes a bit wide, but you can usually do that. There's yellow flags in sector 2. I think people are just driving out of the way, though. Or someone's binned in the castle section. But I think, is he going to get the tower from Nathan? No, he will not.
Nathan was so far to the left-hand side there. Zero wouldn't have got any toe whatsoever, I think, from that car. He could have moved to the left-hand
side and got a bit of a toe, though.
Yeah, he could have. He could have. He's on a good first sector, though. Coming through the first sector, obviously on that set of medium compounded tyres, and it's a 34.8. Given, of course, how cold it is in Finland, they've had their first snow of the season, of the year, apparently. And Zero posted a picture I saw on Discord earlier on showing the snow, so hopefully he doesn't have frostbite out on track.
I've also just noticed something. The F2's actually restarted their qualifying, I think, so we're actually ahead of them.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why.
Let me have a look. I'm just tuning in. There's 16 drivers within the lobby, and 12 minutes to go. They might have just gone off a little bit late, or they were waiting for another driver to finish off the update. 15 flat, by the way, from Zero in the middle sector, coming through 16, 17 and 18. There was a Williams going slow there, I think, in the middle sector. That might have been Kazizel or National Cheto on an outlap. But Zero now running in towards the final corner, through towards the start-finish line, opening up now the taps with the DRS in excess of 200 miles an hour. Very low on fuel as well, as it now comes to the line. And it's a 39.5, around Alien Messina sort of area. So not a bad lap there from Zero at all.
Yeah, that's a good lap for the Millions. I think Brock just went P9, I believe, because I did see a Mercedes coming down the straight. And, oh my goodness, Nathan is just lagging. I think he's lagging too much, to be honest.
That is Nathan's connection. 38.5 though.
I don't get how you're supposed to put up with this.
I don't know how the drivers are supposed to cope with this, of course, out on track. And obviously, everyone does do a speed test. They did do a speed test to confirm, really, the overall settings and their overall connections before we came, of course, into the season. 34.3, by the way, from Nathan through the first sector. He's a 10th up. He's not lagging at the minute, which I can report, but in front of the flame, as soon as I say that, he now starts lagging profusely down in towards turn number 7, and that would have been an invalidation, but track limits on turn 7, very light on this game, now through 8, 9, 10, 11, and at the top of the hill through turn 12. Apologies if you are epileptic and are seeing the lagging mess of Nathan's car at the minute, but looks like a good lap at the minute.
Yeah, look at Jensen here, because there's a chance he can actually go quite quicker. He goes P5, I think he improved on his lap, because he actually got a bit of a toe by Black Box, but Black Box kind of ruined the toe because he kept on swerving the car a little bit, which is allowed, of course. But
Nathan's just invalidated out of turn 15. He was 3.5 tenths up.
Oh, Messina spun after the castle section.
Messina spun at the top of the hill. National Cheto goes quickest. Yeah, 38 flat, not a bad lap at all. Messina just getting the car turned around. I think he might have got caught on the outside curb, possibly through turn 12, and that is why he is round. National Cheto, though, out on top. Kazizel's now coming to the line. He's going to go quicker than National Cheto to the line. 38 flat, and beats him by 300ths of a second.
The two Williams drivers really battling each other out there, and we have so many yellow flags. I don't know what this is all about. But Narwarp's up on this time. He was up by 900ths in Sector 2, I believe. Is he going to get a tow from his teammate? Because nope. Jonah is on an outlap. He's about to start his lap, of course. Can Narwarp maybe take pole at the last moment?
No.
He improves. Not enough, though. And Rocco's actually retired from... He's left the session.
Yeah, Rocco has left the session. I think he was in the pit lane, actually.
I'm going to check if he's disconnected or not.
Yeah, he has disconnected. He's still in the lobby, showing his 15th position. It might have just been the case where he's just there's just been an internet issue or something like that. But with 5 minutes to go, or what we think is 5 minutes to go, probably add a minute onto that. So probably about 2/3 of the way through qualifying. Kazizel though out on top, Cheto in second. Lou, by the way, has just improved a second, a 138.1 from Lee. So not a bad lap at all from him.
He went to third, not second, to correct you there, actually,
third.
James.
Yeah. I think... Did I say second?
Yes, you did.
Did I? Oh.
Yes,
he's third.
Yeah. He split the two Williams and the two Red Bulls, though.
Yeah, he has. Burrell just ran on board. Anybody on a lap. Burrell is invalid coming through the middle sector. Alien's on a lap, but I'm not sure if he's actually going to be improving. 39.3. You would imagine he's on a set of soft compounded tyres. Now coming into the castle section through turn number 7. Still 38 flat of Kazizel to beat National Cheto. And second, as Alien hits the wall. Coming on the right-hand side of turn 9. Can't see any visible damage on the car. Runs wide coming out of turn 12. But Eddie in 39.3 backs off his laps. He must have had damage, and Henry is retired into the pit lane.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the RT Henry there, actually. But Yona's on a good lap here. This could be pole, and it is!
Wow. 37.8. Fantastic, that one was so slow that I only caught him after he crossed the line. A 37.8 from Yona, though, and he goes 2/10 quicker.
I mean, I caught him at the last second as well, to be honest, but everyone's in the pit lane, it seems. I don't know if... is Alien on lap? No, he's two
backed off.
Down.
Yeah, he clouded the wall. He clouded the wall on his lap.
Yeah, there's still 4 minutes left, so we have the minute glitch. Black Box, though, hasn't set a very good lap. And Baraka and Borel haven't even set a lap yet.
Yeah, 140.5 from Black Box. I wonder if it's anything to do, maybe, with the PSGL and VRT event. Of course, IFR have qualified for that event, so I'm assuming Black Box may be running a different setup, maybe running no assist, possibly. Who knows? Macho, however, has just started up on a lap. 38.970 is his best at the minute. Now coming through turn 2. Good evening, by the way, to Felix in the comment section, who I've just seen as well. And Teacher Prix coming in. Lou for the win. Lou currently in 4th, 38.1. Has got a little bit of a mountain to climb if he was to beat Yona's time, however. Macho in towards turn 3, and then in towards turn 4. Gets so close to the wall they do around here in Azerbaijan. Not too close to the wall like I did in time trial earlier on. Good job there wasn't any damage on in time trial. Macho's coming through the first sector, and he's at 10th up, 34.7. Now coming through 6 and 7, and then 5 and 6 I should say, and then in towards turn 7. Flame Towers over the skyline, and it's absolutely typical. He's backed off. He was at 10th up though. He didn't make a mistake I think he just backed off his lap.
I was looking at his gearbox, and I think he might have went up a gear too soon actually.
He might have done. He might have done. If you're wondering why I've just gone, hoo-hoo, that's Nathan is 3/10 up coming through the first sector. Coming through turn 7. Let's run on board with him as he comes now through the castle section. Through to 8, 9, 10, 11. Absolute picture perfect through there. Takes 4th gear. Runs the curb very nicely on the exit of 12. And now in towards 13. If this isn't invalid, this is pole position from Nathan. I can guarantee you this now. Coming down the hill in towards turn 15. Clips the curb nicely, now runs towards turn 16, this left-hander of course. And what's he? 5.5 tenths up. He is nearly improving. He's got to find a bit of time though in this final sector. He is valid on his lap time. There's not going to be any more invalidation from Nathan as now comes through turn 19 and then in towards the kink of turn 20 and now runs the line pretty much at nearly 200 mile an hour. He'll come across the line. Can Nathan beat Yona? 137.8. Nathan 38.5. What's his lap time going to be? I think it's not enough. Comes to the line. 38 flat. He goes second and look at the time he set. He's only 8 thousandths ahead of Zizzle in the end.
He definitely could have had the pole there. I think he'd be. I reckon if he didn't run the curb in sector near the end of sector 2 there, because of course he kind of cut it, that might have cost him a little bit of time there.
Yeah, that was turn 15 I think you're on about, at the top of the hill, where the car obviously has to try and bump over the curb and then not pick up any floor damage as a result. So yeah, I think Nathan could have improved. Whether it was enough for pole position remains to be seen. He has still got another crack of it, however, if he has got enough fuel, maybe for another lap, of course, with this minute glitch. T-Hawk, by the way, I'm on board with. He's one of the next ones to come across the line. I think we've got Burrell just starting up on a lap further down the field as well. 2/10 up from T-Hawk coming through the middle sector. If he's ill, he's not really showing it. A 39.1, currently his best. Macho there in 9th and ERT Henry in 8th, and he'll have to remain there. Henry and hope that he remains there. 38.7 is his current best. We have now got 3 minutes ending. We should have another minute left, however, so T-Hawk's there running toward the line. Let's see what the German is going to do. Runs to the line now. He is going to improve. 38.9. Not a bad lap.
Black Box is literally 1.6 seconds up on his time, but out of the exit corner, he actually hit the barrier a few seconds ago, actually. I don't know if he has damage, but that's definitely going to cost him.
He's certainly down the gear coming out of turn 16, I think that was as well, out of turn 17. And he's certainly down the gear. I wonder if this is actually setting up for his next lap. Black Box running toward the line. He's on a good lap here. In fact, Black Box for the line, 7th.
He hasn't got enough power. If you look at his ERS, he's not got enough. Plus, he's already messed up turn 1.
Yeah, 38.3 Black Box's time. Now ups 500s up in the middle sector. Lou's invalid. He was a 10th up on his lap time, and I don't think his teammate realised that he was actually on a lap, and he's the first to come across the line. He would have improved to second.
Up. National could take pole where he's 2/10 up in sector 2.
He is 2.5 tenths up, coming through the final couple of corners through 19 and then in towards turn 20. Can the Bulgarian do it? 38 flat currently. I think this might be pole position from National Cheto. He's now running to the line, but it's almost a so long run towards the final corner to the line. 37.8. He nicks it, but what's Kazizel? Up is 3/10 up, so now up could yet improve here. Now up now to the line. He goes third with a 37.9. Kazizel really is the only one. Maybe Brock and Messina could do something. Brock's up to 10th. Messina's going to try and improve as well. He's actually retired coming through the final couple of corners. Kazizel, though, is the man to watch on board with. Black Box is also on that, but I think he's down. 800 up from Kazizel. It's not enough from Kazizel.
He's going to have to get a tow here on the straight air from the AlphaTauri ahead of him.
He is, and the AlphaTauri ahead of him is, and I'm just trying to look down, it's T-Hawk that's actually in front of him. Will a German help a Brit? Who knows? Kazizel now running towards the line, the start-finish line. He is going to pick up the tow, but I don't think it's going to be enough on Kazizel. Nearly crashes into him, and he goes third at 37.8. That tow really did help him. But it's not enough. Is Black Box improving? No, he's invalid. That's the end of qualifying. National Cheto out on top. Yona in second. Kazizel in third. Who would have predicted that top three? We didn't.
We definitely didn't, because I said that Jensen was going to take points down in P9. But it goes Williams, Red Bull, Williams, Red Bull, then the two Alpines.
Absolutely unbelievable. And then you've got Mercedes as well, 8th and 10th. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Aston Martin's 7th and 11th. Alfa Romeo's 9th and 12th. AlphaTauri's 13th and 14th. See a consistent theme here in FRL?
This is a strange qualify.
Yeah, really strange qualifying, but National Cheto out on top. He's been promising a lot, I've got to say, in qualifying as well. 37.8, very good lap time from him. Yona retired quite early on that lap as well, so he managed to get second, just by about 300ths of a second from Kazizel. But we'll run you through now the full order of tonight's grid. It is National Cheto out on top. The 137.802. Yona there in second with Kazizel in third. Now up in fourth, nearly a 10th and a quarter separating the top four, with Nathan in P5, Lou in P6, Burrell in P7, Black Box, Jensen and Brock round off the top 10, with ERT Henry in 11th, Macho in 12th, T-Hawk 13th, Baraka in 14th, Alien in 15th, Zero, what can he do from 16th, Messina, what could he do from 17th, and maybe more importantly, what can Rockel do from 18th?
I'm not really sure, really, because it's a strange qualify, and it could maybe cause a bit of a strange race, to be honest, as well. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen today, to be honest.
Apparently, I've just seen the reason, by the way, why F2 was a little bit late in getting going. Ballboy hasn't turned up, apparently.
Oh my god.
Just thought I'd leave that there. Ballboy, if you're watching F1, good evening. Go to F2.
Ballboy's instantly going to ask for a restart. What a surprise.
Yeah, well, no restarts will happen, of course. I'll catch the end of F2 qualifying as well and see and bring you that. And they've got them in a glitch as well. Currently, Pelly out on top. It's David in second seat with Dundee. New signing, of course, there in F2. The Hungarian in third position. But yeah, Ballboy was late. He is there now, apparently, which is very good to see. At least he's turned up better late than never. That's what I'll say, but we'll get going, of course, for FRL F1. He is there. Apparently he is there in the comment section. In the commentary box.
I thought you meant in the race.
No, not in the race. Can you imagine Ballboy in F2?
I forgot that he was... Oh my god, I'm actually sure. I thought he was... I thought he races in F2.
Goodness me.
It's because of... I keep forgetting that his commentating he does.
3 times FRL F1 champion, by the way, is Ballboy, or acclaimed because he literally beat no one. He beat me. He beat me, and look where I am now. National Cheto, by the way, is out on top. Yona in second, Kazizel in third. Top 10, of course, qualifying on that set of soft compounded tyres. Interesting, Baraka, 14th position, set of soft compounded tyres. He should be theoretically quicker than all of the guys in a set of mediums around him.
I think Baraka's going to try and go for the soft-hard strategy if he's going to start on the softs, then if not, it's probably going to be a soft-medium-medium strategy.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, it is a simple one-stop around here in Azerbaijan. Obviously, I think on the F1 2019 game, it was certainly more of a two-stop, where it was softs, mediums, mediums, I think. That can be done, whether it's the quickest strategy or not, remains to be seen. But yeah, softs, hards, I think hards can make it maybe 19, 20 laps, giving it a real push. Medium compound tyres, probably middle of the road, you would imagine the guys pitting in around the halfway stage. On that sort of soft compound tyres though, Charlie, and I'm going to come to you for a bit of experience on this. You drove last night in FRL F3, of course. That sort of soft compound tyres, how long do they last before they actually go off?
I'd say that they last about 6 or 7 laps. I reckon either lap 7 or lap 8 is when they really start to kick in with no grip, considering how much I lost on the last lap. Because, Matey Boy, of course, boxed actually a lap later than me. And he actually had more grip than me, I think, because my tyres were on 55%, I believe, and I just did not have any grip on that last lap for that race win against Michael F1, of course.
Yeah, and if you do want to watch that back, by the way, I highly recommend it. It was a 3-lap long battle, I think, between you and Michael. It was a fantastic battle as well.
It was longer than 3 laps. It was longer than that.
Longer than 3 laps?
It was like
I only tuned in for the last 3 laps.
It was about 5 or 6 laps of battling.
Go and watch it after our race, FRL F1 here tonight. Charlie, I'll come across to you. Your top 3 for the race.
Good thing you reminded me, actually, because usually it's me who has to remind you. I'm going to say National for the win, Yona P3, and Kazizel P2.
Boring. Completely boring.
Shush.
Kazizel for the win, Black Box for second, Jensen for third. Going really left road, I think.
Jensen's got to have a comeback. He's got to make a comeback if he's going to make that happen.
Yeah, final cars are joining at the back of the grid. Rocco just joining on.
Do what I done.
Yeah, 5 red lights on now going. Oh, we've already got a massive glitch to the left-hand side with the graphics tower. 5 red lights, however, are about to go out. The revving engines are on. And it is, lights down, away we go. National Shadow gets a good start. Jonas slightly better off the line. He could come across to try and defend, but he's not going to get the move done. Now all out of shape as well, coming in towards turn 1. Nathan is already desynced, I think, going through turn 1. He holds on to P4. Everyone clean through, though. National Shadow leads. Yona in second, because this is on third. Nathan in fourth. Everyone is clean through on this lead spinner. And it's Lou that's round. Lou, one of the big, the race winner last time out in Monaco, is now round right at the back of the field. Probably damage on that car as well. Black Box is trying to go around the outside of Burrell. This is through turn 3, tries to make the move stick. The Aston Martin and the Mercedes are still side by side in toward 4, and Black Box gets the move done. Brilliant move there by the Mercedes on the back of the Aston Martin. Black Box is already up 3 places as well. However, National Cheto has absolutely stolen the way out and probably hasn't stolen the way by much. Yona right on the back of him along with Kazizel. Nathan there in P4, now up in P5. I think everyone, apart from Lou's spin, he lost it by himself. Rocco's diving it down the inside of ERT Henry, and this is side by side into the castle section, and you do not want to go side by side into the castle section! And somehow, Rocco has got through there unscathed.
He even done a little drift to show off as well. And
Lou's crashing the castle section.
He's crashing the castle section. I think Rocco's had one hell of a start. He's made one hell of an overtake in the castle section.
7 positions.
And he's gained 7 positions.
Absolutely unbelievable. I hope that there is going to be a safety car possibly coming now. Of course, we have had a recent patch update, so maybe the case where safety cars don't get deployed like last week in Monaco, and it is green flag racing. So Yona right on the back of National Cheto, 3.5 tenths per second as they come across the line to end lap 1. Kazizel there in third, Nathan in fourth. A little bit of side-by-side action further down the field. Jensen is right on the back of Burrell running down in towards turn 1. There was a little look, I think, from Nawab on the back of Nathan, but nobody getting the move done. Messina, by the way, down the inside of Zero, gets the move done. Ran the outside, in fact, of Zero in towards turn number 2. Oh, as the side-by-side between Henry and Baraka. Baraka on the outside line. There's also a few positions up the start. He's now on the inside line. Gets the move done on Henry, of course, formerly IRT Henry, now ERT Henry. And Henry is now down into P13. Oh, as he nearly goes into the back of Baraka.
Yeah, I was about to say, because it looks like they were going side by side down the straight again. I was about to say, you've kind of jinxed it because he's going to try on him again, but in the end he didn't. But Black Box's timings, I've got a lot of glitches for me, to be honest.
Yep.
But I forgot what I was going to say now, to be honest.
Don't worry about the glitches. We've both got the glitches. I think it is the timing glitches. There was a little moment from somebody in the castle section.
No more round.
And that is coming through turn 12.
Thank goodness he's ghosted. He came back up quite unsafe. He actually came onto the racing line, but luckily ghosting is on, of course. But God, I forgot what I was going to say again. This is what happens when you only get 5 hours of sleep, people.
We've got a bit of brain fog, I think, going on in the commentary box. Yona, by the way, however, is on the back of National Cheddar, running down and towards turn number 1 once again, passing the art museum just off to the right-hand side. There it is, off to the right-hand side there. Yona right on the back of National Cheddar, and then nearly a second clear of Kazizel already. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. It is now all that spun again through turn 19. Whether that deploys a safety car or not remains to be seen. Yona, however, now within the DRS detection zone. This is his first opportunity to try and get past the Bulgarian ahead. I don't think he's going to be close enough. I think, to be honest, Yona should just wait behind. And National Cheto... No, Yona's going to wait behind. Sensible, I think, because they don't want to get embroiled in a battle. Yona looks like he's got the pace over National Cheto at this point, to be honest, but Yona has just got to stay in behind. I think that Kazizel and Nathan catch back up. The four of them then pull away in a DRS trend.
Yeah, he's definitely got to do that. But I've just remembered what I was going to say. Black box in the castle section on the last lap actually hit the barrier a little bit. I don't think he's got any damage because of that, though. But hopefully he doesn't hit the barrier again this lap. And there's going to be a train, I think, now of a lot of cars. But Rocco's now up into the points after just 3 laps.
FRL got close to the wall there into the castle section. Everyone, I think, is clean through this time. Macho, by the way, is applying a lot of pressure to Shazoo. Brock, of course, Brock signing for Shazoo in the last week or so. And Macho right on the back. TTG against Shazoo. This might be a side of things to come maybe in the PSGL and VRT Esports Cup event in just a week's time or so. But National Cheto leads the way, Yona in second, Kazizel in third, Nathan in fourth, and to be honest, the front four are pulling away. Predict the pit stop strategy, by the way. 2 stop, it seems. Softs, mediums, softs, mediums, hards. Possibly the strategies to go on. However, 1 stop can be done around here. Jensen is doing Barella, and Barella's spun, coming through turn 17. Oh, and he's actually got a 5-place grid penalty, 5-second penalty. In fact, for a collision with Jensen. Interesting.
I can't see any damage on Jensen because they're giving me horrible camera angles, but it doesn't look like...
Oh, Macho! Somebody cut in. Macho's trying to go around the outside of Brock. Nearly got forced in the wall, and now Macho's still on the outside and towards turn 2. Brock gives him shorter room, and to be honest, fair play. Yeah, fair play to Brock there in terms of his car position. He's right on the back though now, Macho, and he's through. Macho is through, and Rocco's going to follow suit, I think, as well. To the outside line. Brock broke so early there. Rocco has sailed him around the outside of turn 3. Great move by Rocco. Both guys on a set of mediums through. Brock has got to have some sort of damage maybe for him to back off that early.
Maybe he does have damage, or he just instantly saw that Rocco's going
left
around the outside when he got a bit jumpy.
Left side end plate's completely off the car, I think.
Oh, is it?
It is.
No, not on my screen anyway. Oh, he's in the barrier though.
Yeah,
Henry retired.
Now has retired. That's in the pit lane, I think. That has that he's retired. Henry went into the back of Brock there. I'm not sure he's just picked up damage actually. He hasn't. But there definitely seems to be a winglet missing on Brock's car, if I've got to be honest. It's not. It's very minute.
It doesn't look like it on my screen, but Yona's definitely got to try and as I say that, he had a bit of a moment there. But Rocco's gained 10 positions with just 4 laps now. But
Kazizel lost it, coming through 18 and 19! Goes around, spins around!
There's your prediction.
And there goes my prediction of the raceway. Kazizel has spun. Luckily, I don't think he's got any damage. If there's any damage, it's rear wing damage. Jensen is through on Black Box. Black Box is in.
Has he got damage?
I think he does. Right on end plate. Alien, side by side with Baraka. Alien's through on Baraka.
I think he's noticed that he might be struggling with grip levels maybe, and he's decided to box a lot more early than everyone else.
I wonder if he's realised, obviously, he's thinking Kazizel's spun. That puts him in a little bit of clear air. So I wonder if he's going to try and do that.
And ERT Henry actually made a move on Brock.
Yep. Oh, Yona's made another mistake. Nathan now on the back of him. Yona seems really, really low in that rear end. He just seems to be oversteering pretty much through every corner. Maybe the tyres are going off, but Nathan now right on the back of Yona. And you know with Nathan, when an opportunity comes, he will not lie down. He will take this by the scruff of the neck and try and get the move done.
Oh my god. Yeah, Yona's definitely lost script. He's getting super loosey-goosey. As
So
Daniel
close to the
Ricciardo
wall.
used to say.
Yeah, so close to the wall, coming through the castle section as well. You mentioned as well,
Yeah.
Brock has managed to retake the position, I think, from Alien, if I'm not mistaken. Just right on board with that. Alien, by the way, lap 12 to 16, it seems. On a set of hard compounded tyres he will go on to, so somewhere around that range he will go on to that set of hard compounded tyres. Of course, that set of mediums, I think, can last a little bit longer than that. National Cheto was nearly out of DRS range on Yona. And Yona now under pressure from Nathan. And now the relentless man, there is a virtual safety car.
I think it's Black Box. Is it Black Box maybe? No.
Not.
It's not him.
I think it's now up leaving the session that has actually caused this.
No, it's Borel's lost his front wing.
Burrell? Right down the back of the field, fresh on the set of the hards as well. And yeah, he has got he hasn't got a front wing on that car. So apologies to now up for actually saying that, Burrell.
Yona got held up in the pit lane, I think, but this is gonna help him as he... Oh,
Nathan's
wait,
ahead.
hang on, Nathan's jumped him in the pit lane.
Nathan has jumped him in the pit lane, and Yona got held up. I think it was Jensen, I think.
Here's the thing, though.
No!
They speed!
They've both got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Messina...
I see what happened. I see what happened. Once they exited the pit lane, if I just explain real quick, once they exited the pit lane, I think what happened is they were given their delta before the virtual safety car ended, and then they were in the negative, of course, and Borel was retired.
Yeah, pit lane.
But, I think the reason why people's losing it in the long straight in those few corners is because if you ever use overtake through there, you're practically going to lose the rear of your car, and that could be the reason why people keep on crashing there.
Yeah, curbs are quite deadly as well. Macho, by the way, for the race. Lead down the inside and towards turn 13. Brilliant move. Macho is through and into the lead of the race. And that is why National Cheto's got damage. Right side end plate damage for the leader. And T-Hawk has spun as well further down the field. Walker was there through and he's into second. It's absolutely hunting day now for the back of National Cheto. And Cheto has got right side end plate damage. He was in the lead of this race. He's went a lap longer. He's hit the wall somewhere, probably through the castle section. And now he's down in fourth.
Zero spun as well with T-Hawk. I think them two might have collided, but Macho, Rocco, and Messina have gained above 10 positions. I think Messina's going to try on Brock here because he's right behind. He's gaining on him. He's
gained
low
2
on
positions.
Power though, and he's got him. National's boxing.
Yep, gains 2 positions because National obviously has got right side end plate damage. Jensen as well is on the back of Yona. Yona is back into the pit lane, obviously to serve that drive-through penalty. And that now puts Jensen in a net race lead. By an absolute mile, I may add as well.
And Rocco on Macho here, he squeezed him into the barrier a little bit, but he gets ahead. Now, what I've noticed is that, I was about to say, if, Wait, I've just noticed something, actually. Wait, did National Cheto box during the VSC, or has he only just boxed?
He had right side end plate damage, I think, from a collision through the wall in the castle section last lap around, so that's why he pitted.
I think I might have found him cutting the white line on the exit.
It is a difficult pit exit, though, around here in Baku.
Well, no, what I mean by... because this happened with me last night, actually. I call Bullo cutting the whole exit, so like once you leave you have that big bump once you see the exit. He cut straight over that, and I think National might have just done that as well.
And Brock's just hit the wall, I think. Brock has just hit the wall on the exit of turn 16. I'm on board with Nathan. Nathan just sweeps on by.
I think he went very wide on the exit, so I think he does have damage.
Yeah, Macho on the back of Rocco. Rocco briefly showing a 1-bar again, showing a 1 turn 1. No ERS, no DRS in fact from Macho. Interesting.
Maybe he's trying to time it right.
It's as if he didn't have DRS. Now he does.
He actually Henry
that was strange.
How was Henry caught up with him as well?
Yeah, Henry's on the back of them. I think it's because Rocco Macho's been battling, and now Henry's on the back of them. And do you know what? An overcut strategy around here is actually not too bad. I mean, Jensen's, what, 9 seconds behind them? It's not enough, obviously, for an overcut, but if these guys go later on in the race, if there's a safety car, we've already had a VSC, if there's a full safety car, this will play into these guys' hands very well indeed. Black Box under pressure, however, from Baraka, hards against mediums, 7th and 8th position, of course, out on track, and IFR against WR, 2 teams, of course, that have qualified for the PSGL and VRT Esports Cup event. I swear I'm not bringing self-promotion into FRL.
You are. You've said this to me about like 10,000 times now. Oh, Messina had a bit of a drift there out of the exit of the castle section, but he barely just saves it. No, that was a very good save. Norwalk's actually rejoined the session, even though he's retired from the game. Yeah,
it might be engineering somebody. You never know. We've still got.
Might be engineering Jonah. So teammates.
Or Macho, maybe. Yeah, Jonah, obviously on the set of hards. Macho's on the back of Rocco, however, for the race lead, and I think we're going to see a change of position here. Lap 9 out of 26 about to begin. This race is flying over, actually. Macho on the back of Rocco. Yeah, this time he's got DRS, and he just absolutely idles past him. Macho was through. Into the race lead he goes. There is some comfort in seeing a TTG man passing the next Excel man out on track.
Nathan's doing his drive-through penalty now.
Yeah, he is. Into the pit lane he comes.
One of the drivers who, of course, had their drive-through penalty, I think it was one of the red... I think it was Yona. Did Yona get a drive-through penalty?
Yes, and he's just been overtaken by Kazizel, who's then set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, because I think Yona is actually on the medium. No, it wasn't him. Who was it that boxed?
Kazizel's on a set of mediums. He's spun, obviously.
I'm trying to... Baraka's ahead of Black Box, but I'm trying to figure out who it was that got onto the mediums during the VSC but got a penalty in the end.
Nathan.
I'm gonna have to check.
It was Nathan.
I'm gonna quickly check the pit stops. And,
yeah, Nathan went on to a set of mediums. Yona went on to a set of hard compounded tyres. So I think that's what it was. Nathan on a fresh set of mediums. Do you know what? He's actually not too far out of contention for this race win. You know, I mean. Jensen's
He's gonna have to box again, though.
Yeah, I mean, Black Box might not, but if you're behind Black Box around here, if you're behind any driver around here, to be honest, you can get a chance to actually save a lot of tyre management around this track. It's something like 4% per lap, I think, on a set of medium compounded tyres. If you get that down to 3% a lap, Nathan's got a chance to making it to the end. As Rocco's fighting back on Macho.
All of his ERS there. He's trying to defend off Rocco. He's using his ERS. He's not using it anymore. ERT Henry's just sticking behind him.
Yeah, did you say the closing speed of him though, down in towards turn 1?
I've just noticed. Every time I've just noticed that whenever they go through turn 1, I've noticed some humongous skid marks from all the lockings up, I think.
That's not too dishonest, to be honest. Yona, because this is into the pit lane. Don't think he's going to retire again.
I think that...
Oh, my...
Oh, because this is retired.
God.
T-Hawk's... I don't know what T-Hawk... Wait, he's gone to mediums.
T-Hawk's front weight.
Didn't he start on mediums?
He did. Yeah, he did. Nathan! Oh, down the inside of Nathan! Sorry, Nathan down the inside of Nathan. Nathan down the inside of Black Box, moved down into 7th.
Dino!
And Henry spun.
He's just lost the rear, I think. He hasn't actually... Oh, it's got weight.
Hey, he's lost a lot of time to Macho.
It doesn't look like he has damage.
I think he's got a bit trigger happy on the curb coming through 5 and 6, and he's ended up spinning 360, and then he's got going again, and Messina's passed him, obviously. So I think that's what's happened there. Henry down into 4th.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to help ERC Henry, as he's not even in the DRS zone, but Messina and Henry are very far behind Rocco and Macho. Macho's got a lot of ERS that he could use. He's not using it at the moment because, of course, like I mentioned, if you use overtake through that section, you're practically going to lose the rear and ruin your own race. But is he going to use it now?
No, he's not going to be close enough, I don't think, in towards turn 1. Yeah, he's on the back of Rocco, however. His Black Box has retired.
Oh, and he's
through 15.
Out of thing.
Safety car? Safety car!
Oh, my goodness! And
Henry's in!
barely...
Messina's in.
The ghosting's on, and National barely even avoided them.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know with that one, to be honest. However, safety car's out on track.
Oh, but it's so late for Rocco and Macho, though.
Jensen stayed out. It was Messina and Henry. This has played into the hands. Absolutely perfectly out on track. There is no guarantee, like you said earlier on, Jensen and Nathan are on that set of medium compounded tyres. There's no guarantee they're going to get to the end of the race. I think they will, but there's no guarantee they're going to get to the end of the race. Messina and Henry, yeah, they might be on a set of hard compounded tyres at the moment, but they're going to be so much quicker as National. Cheto has got a 5-second penalty for crossing the white line at the exit of the pit lane.
You don't cross the white line on the exit, and to be honest, he should definitely know that by now.
He should definitely... Kazizzle, by the way, said... Do you know how we said he might get rear wing damage? He did. He did pick up rear wing damage from that weird spin.
I thought he did. Yeah, I thought he did. This has helped Rocco and Matcha, though, because they've stayed out, and they don't have Delta. I think they have Delta.
They do.
So this could keep them in the top... I think this will keep them maybe 3rd and 4th place, I think. But here's the bad news for them, because they're on the mediums. I think they're gonna have to go into a set of hards and get those to the end, but of course they're gonna be super slow on them.
Well, it's gonna be the same for Messina and Henry, obviously, as well, because they were both on the same strategy as Rocco and Macho. And yeah, there is a delta. You can see Rocco slowing down. Macho's delta must be a lot quicker than Rocco's delta, and I think Rocco's probably staying within, I would say, a second of his delta, I would say, because I've done this before around here, and, as he nearly clips the wall, into the pit lane, and Macho nearly speeds into the pit lane, in fact. Goodness me, I've got a black box, by the way, coming up on my screen. Not for the DNF on black box, by the way. Macho's though out on top, Rocco in second. Both of them are into the pit lane, both of them going on a set of hard compounded tyres. Jensen now leading. Rocco, is he going to come out in second?
Is Nathan going to be able to get them? No,
Macho's third.
Not actually. Wait, who?
Rocco and Macho have got out ahead of Nathan.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, could Nathan get ahead, but I think they're still Delta. ERT Henry's boxing for the hard stars, I think?
Mediums.
Medium. Wait.
Fresh set of mediums. They'll get to the end.
Mediums already?
Yeah, I think
he already been on. Oh, he went medium, hard medium. Okay.
Yeah, he's gone 2-stop. He's getting ahead of the National Cheto. Luckily, the pit lane. Henry stays. Henry's into 8th position. But that's not a bad call, actually, from Henry, if I've got to be honest. He's on that set of medium compounded tyres. Obviously, all of the field is going to be backed up. He, along with Baraka and Yona, are going to be making the inroads through the field. Nathan and Jensen as well probably will battle out if Jensen doesn't get away for the race lead. Nathan will end up getting ahead of Macho and Rocco.
Zero's in the pit lane as well. I don't know what tar he's going on to.
Mediums.
Probably
Has to be.
Mediums. Mediums are hards. Yep. Mediums.
Yep, so
National's
mediums.
probably going to ask to, National's probably going to ask to get his penalty removed, which I don't think he should, because he knows by now not to cross the white line.
Kazizzle, by the way, has said something interesting on the comment section. I'll read it out now. There is a glitch at Williams where he can't control the car. It's probably why he has got a penalty for crossing the white line. That's an interesting spin on things.
What do you mean? What does he mean by that?
Because obviously, the way the... I think it's the way the AI is controlled coming out of the pit lane. Where the way, obviously, the pit limiter's on, you can't control the AI in the pit lane. And obviously, the AI comes out, and given the nature of this pit lane exit,
so
the AI, I don't think it's coded. I don't think it's coded to take in. So the Williams, I think, is different to other cars in that respect. So Cheto might have the 5-second penalty, but he might have it removed, is what I'm saying.
So you're telling me that they went into AI mode whilst in the pit lane?
No, this is all to do with the coding. They didn't go... Obviously, they were in AI, going into the like, not in control of the car, I should say, in the pit lane. They only they only have control of the car at the entrance and the exit of the pit lane. But what I'm saying is the nature of this pit lane, I think Cheto... The AI hasn't the AI hasn't given control back to the player, which is why Cheto has gone over the white line and has got a 5-second penalty. So I think it's to do with the coding on the game.
I still don't get it.
It's all too complex for our little Charlie in the commentary box, I think.
This is what happens when you're 14 years old and when you only get 5
National
hours of
Chetto's
sleep.
in the wall!
Oh no!
Cheto was
How
into
has
the
he
wall!
done?
How on earth has that happened?
Has he done a Grosjean?
I need to replay that back.
Zero. Go on board with Zero and you might see.
No, I was on board with him. National Chetto. He's.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, I accidentally pulled my Siri.
That's your Safari coming on in the background.
Yep.
Or Siri even.
I was trying to get on my iPad.
National I've never seen that before. Only Grosjean, I think. 2017. That mad pit lane. But again, was that to do with the AI? Because that to me, he was in control of his car. I thought he tried to warm up the tyres and then went into the wall. He didn't warm up the tyres. He literally went left and then right and then he went in the wall.
That's actually very strange to be honest. I need to see a replay of that.
I was fully on board with them for that. I'm sorry, National Chetto, if you're now tuning in.
Are you sure that you called in?
Yeah, I definitely did. I was on board with them, fully.
I'm trying to find it.
Probably about...
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Safety car
about... my god!
Yeah.
He's got a Grosjean.
That is the weirdest thing I've literally ever seen around Baku. But, halfway through, and now the safety car is going to be coming in this lap.
To be honest, a lot of drivers in F3 last night did do that, to be honest, so... I guess he's trying to copy them.
He is trying to copy them. Might be channeling the inner F3 within him, maybe. But safety car is still out on track. The safety car is in fact coming in this lap, I should say. Jensen is now leading the pack. Rocco in behind and Macho. What Rocco and Macho have got to do is basically stick to each other, like literally super glue, out on track. And they've got to stick to Jensen. Jensen will probably go at the DRS line, I would think, to try and get this race back on the way. In fact, he goes now. And look at that for speed. Jensen has pulled away. 5.5 tenths of a second, nearly running down towards turn 1. Little bit of a good restart further down the field. Yona is going side by side with Baraka. Yeah, he's got a really good restart on the back of Baraka, down and towards turn number 1. Not around the outside. What a move! Yona around the outside, absolutely clean as you like, whistling move down the inside line, he's into the back of Messina. No damage. Oh, is that Alien has
cracked there? Oh, 3 wide!
Alien had spun as well, there's 3 wide down the straight. Henry, Yona and Baraka are all involved. They've got to be careful down in towards turn 3. And they are careful, and Yona's around the outside of Henry, and he holds the position for now. But Yona now on the inside line, Henry on the outside line, still side by side they go. And Henry, I think, has got the traction. Now on the inside line. Surely this is the move for Henry. Down the inside line. Yona is still there. And Yona gets the move. Henry with the switchback.
He's going to keep going. He's going to keep... No, he's backed out.
Yona through and he's into 6th. Great move. Great battle there.
Oh, he's got a penalty now for the corner car.
3-second penalty for the corner car. First one of the night, in fact. First one of the night.
Realised pretty much everyone that we've predicted, we've... lost all of the drivers. I've got Jensen in still though. So wait, no, I didn't put him on my top 3. No, you've still got Jensen.
I've got Jensen, and I've also got who started behind him?
Who started behind him? I shall check.
Let's have a look. Position changes.
Behind him.
See.
So Jensen was P9.
P9.
So I think
Black Box. It was Black Box. He's out of the race. Macho overtaken by Nathan, by the way. Down towards turn 1. Macho was
Brock, actually.
No, it was Black Box. Jensen started P9. It was the guy in front of Jensen. Oh, it's actually Jensen's made a mistake, and now Rocco to the inside line. Gonna get the race leading towards turn 2. Absolutely picture perfect. And now Nathan's right on the back of this as well. Rocco now leads. Jensen 2nd, Nathan in 3rd. And that is a very rare mistake from our champion. Jensen, though, on the back of Rocco. He's going to try and lunge it down the inside line. Doesn't. Macho right on the back of Nathan. And Macho's got really good paces. Yona tries to go on the inside line of Messina. And now Henry's getting involved in this as well. Nearly 3 wide.
This is just getting intense battles for Yona.
And Yona still sticking a nut wire on the outside of turn 6. Henry's just looking in. Brilliant traction.
Don't try it, Henry. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it.
He is. Messina's just going to cut him out to the wall. No damage, luckily. Baraka's now going to go with this as well. Baraka should just back off this, and he has.
He's backing out that.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
What battling? Lap 15 out of 26.
Oh, he's got wide. Henry went wide, and Brock's going to try on him as well.
Yep.
And I think that's the best thing to just let him by just I think he might have damage, actually.
No, I don't think he does. I think his right side end plate. It's fine, and Brock is actually into the wall. And I think that might be right side end plate damage on the car. It's not.
Because there is a damage glitch where drivers do pick up damage, but it doesn't actually show. So there is a chance that he might actually.
I swear I've just seen a wheel, by the way, on the infield going through turn 15. I swear not! Jensen's on the back of Rocco. Literally as fast as anything. Yeah, 3 wide. T-hole! Zero down the middle! It's like parting the Red Sea! Zero is through! And he's into P9. Henry was coming into the pit lane anyway, to be honest. But Zero, like Judas, parting the...
One hell of a comeback after spinning, of course, a lot on the first few opening laps, but Rocco is the main man from last to first at the moment.
Last to first, yeah. Zero, by the way, just thought I mentioned, he was on all the tyres to get that move done as well.
Wait, what?
Really good.
No.
7-lap all mediums compared to 5-lap all mediums for T-Hawk.
I think ERC Henry's going to try and go fast slapper now because he's on softs.
Yeah, he is. He's well out ahead of Alien as well. Rocco leads the way.
I think Rocco's going to get the win because he's on only 3-lap old tyres and Jensen's on 9-lap old mediums, and so's Nathan.
I think Macho's got a good say in this, to be honest, as well. If Macho Jensen, he's running the back. Yona as well. Yona on that fresh set of mediums. He's going to get those to the end. He's running this.
Get them to the end, of course.
They've
got to get them to the end, and it's literally a 5-way battle for the lead.
Oh, I think Rocco...
Teal'c's ahead of Zero.
Yeah, Teal'c through on Zero. Zero has got damage, I think. Right side end plate, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no. Please don't tell me that he does. He made... Oh, he has. No, he was doing such a good comeback.
Jensen closing out on Rocco, by the way. This is going to be the easiest move you might see all night now. Opens up that ERS to try and get the move done. He might not even get this move done. In fact, then Nathan closing up on this as well. Jensen pulls the outside line on Rocco, and now Nathan will look to the inside line, but Jensen is through and he's into the lead.
Nathan went purple in the final sector, actually, on 10-lap old mediums.
Yeah, Nathan right on the back. To be honest, I think it's to do with the toe. Zero, by the way, is back into the pit lane, and Rocco is going to try and have a comeback at Jensen. I don't think he's going to be close enough though. Down in towards turn 3. Jensen leads.
I mean, or maybe is Rocco going to try around the outside? No, he's not.
Switch back.
He's going to do switch back. Switch
through
back.
4 in towards turn 5 and 6. Now, wait. I think he'll wait until turn 1.
The F1 fastest lap is slower than the F3 fastest lap for the race.
That's unbelievable. But we have still got a long way to go, though. And we have got drivers now on a set of softs as Macho hits the wall. Yona right on the back of him. Don't think Macho has got any damage on the car. Certainly didn't see any end plate come off. But Macho now hit the wall. P4. Yona's right on the back of him in P5. And Baraka's involved in this as well.
Rocco's not got a lot to worry about because I think he knows that Jensen's on very lap old mediums, as Jensen's actually just hit the barriers. I say that because he's got a mainly just Rocco's just got to be consistent in my book for now, because there's no way Jensen gets these tires to the end really.
The biggest wrongdoing I think for Rocco will be hitting the wall. I think that's what might just hold him back. Yona, by the way, is on the back of Macho.
And he used his overtake mode too quickly, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get the move done. He has got overtake mode not on. Look at Nathan closing in as well. Rocco pulls the inside line on Jensen. Nearly forced him wide. Nathan's going to have a real say in this down and towards turn 3. We'll have to ride on board with this. Jensen now leading the way. Rocco in second, and Nathan just taps the back of Rocco. And from that, actually, Nathan is not going to get a run on either of them.
Jensen's used all of his ERS. That's means
Rocco sails.
For Brock then. For Rocco, I mean, not Brock.
Brock's in 7th. He's not entirely out of this, but you never know. If all these guys get battling,
I shall teleport him to the front row.
Zabel, by the way, is through on Alien, down in towards turn 1 as well for the current wooden spoon out on track. Of course, could still be points towards the end of the race.
Yeah, he's got to close the gap though, but like what I done, he's got to really get those. He's got to get those tires to the end first, like I did.
I don't think they will. One lap 18 out of 26 now.
He can get them. No, he can get them to the end, but he's on the last 2 laps. He's going to have no grip whatsoever.
Yeah, Rocco leading the way though. Front four's pulling away. I wonder if Macho has got damage. He must have damage. He dropped a second.
I mean,
but then again, he looks quick coming through that section.
I think Macho does have damage, to be honest.
If it is,
he's catching back up. He's catching back up to them though, but I think that's because it's traffic, of course.
If it is, it's light damage I think he's got on his car, but it is affecting him.
Six-way battle for the lead.
Yeah, Baraka's on the back of Macho.
7?
Yeah,
Could it become a 7-way battle with Brock catching up, maybe?
No, Brock has lost nearly a second. In fact, Nathan is on the back of Jensen. Baraka's going to get the move done on Macho, and Jensen now on the back of Rocco. Is he going to look to the inside line? He does! The IFR man dives it down the inside line. Nearly puts Rocco off, and now Nathan gets the comeback. Now on the inside line in towards turn 2. Can he get the move done? Jensen on the outside line. Rocco pulls away as a result, and now Jensen and Nathan are side by side. And Nathan has got so much ERS to burn, but he's derating down the straight. Same with Jensen. Both of them on the similar ERS, and Nathan looks to the outside line, but he doesn't. Jensen still stays P2.
Oh. Yona nearly was going to try and make the move, but instead he decides to stay behind. But Yona's got more ERS than everyone ahead of him. And so's Baraka and Macho.
He has. Macho's got more ERS, actually, than Baraka. It's about 10% more than Baraka, 15% more than Yona. And Yona now on the back of Nathan. He's desperate to get past. I wonder if Nathan actually clouded the wall on the extra 6.
He's probably struggling for grip.
Yeah, those mediums are going off, I think. They're not going to get to the end, I don't think.
There's no chance that they're going to get to the end, I think.
Adam's saying that...
If 8-lap-old softs can get to the end, then I think 18-lap-old mediums? I don't know. Oh, but Rocco shit the barrier!
Oh, Jensen nearly followed him. Jensen actually nearly followed him into the barrier. Oh, and he's actually... He briefly desynced there for me.
Yeah, he teleported on my screen.
Briefly desynced, and he's using up his overtake mode too quickly.
He's using it too early. Too early.
Actually, no, with the DRS, he's at 196 miles an hour. Rocco's only at 192. This is going to be close then towards turn 1. Jensen's going to get him. Jensen will get Rocco down into the race lead on the outside line. Rocco's on the inside line. Jensen's through.
Yona's got Nathan as well going through turn 1, but he's gone a bit wide.
And Nathan, Nathan has got to try and get the switchback maybe through 2. Rocco, however, is still on the back of Jensen. And now this is Rocco's time to respond on the back of Jensen, because he's used up that ERS so much. Rocco just says, you know what? If you can do one bit, I'll do it better. Rocco's back through and he's into the lead.
Kind of a reminder of that old F1 advert of the Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. Anything you can do, I can do better.
T-Hawk, by the way, is into the pit lane, now promotes Alien and Zero. Do you know how I said they may get points? One of them is going to get points at this stage. Only a point, but still, they're both on that sort of soft compound of tyres. And remember, with Henry's penalty, they could get closer towards the back of Henry.
They've got to catch him, though, first, but Henry's on fresher softs.
Oh, look at the pace of Yona. Yona has got so much more tyre grip compared to Jensen.
He's on fresh mediums. He's on 8-lap-old mediums, so he's probably going to be a lot more quicker than these guys, especially when Rocco's 7-lap-old hards, but of course hards will have less grip than mediums, really.
Yeah, Yona, I think, has got more pace. He's got more natural pace compared to Rocco as well.
He's also got more overtake mode. He's got 40%, whilst the other lot has 20%, really.
I'm going to say this now, 3 wide and towards turn 1. Yona is going to fly down the straight on the back of Jensen, and Jensen now is side by side with Rocco, and that could create Yona. He chooses now where to go. Is he going to close up? No overtake mode using, but look at Yona now catching up. Is he going to try and get Rocco down in the inside line? No. And Nathan and Baraka actually side by side and behind, and Nathan holds off Baraka, but Baraka's on the inside line and towards 2, and the Spaniard Baraka down the inside line of Nathan. And yeah, Macho...
He's got ahead.
Yeah, Messina's through. Nathan now down in 5th, and Baraka's still in 4th.
Can he re-overtake him? He's too far behind the... It's a 6-way battle for the lead. This is probably the best race of the season so far.
And Brock has got through a Messina down towards turn 3.
They're still battling. Oh, Messina's his rear a little bit.
Brock has definitely got damage on that car because he's losing so much time compared to Messina. He's on fresher tyres than Nathan, and Nathan's only beginning to use his tyre life now. Jensen leads, Rocco second, but it's between, I think, these three. Rocco, Yona, Baraka for the race win because Jensen's tyres aren't going to last.
I'm kind of hoping that the tyre wear performance actually shows up at some point because, of course, that is actually in the game. And I think Nathan is losing... Yeah, it is in the game, because
I've never seen it.
I've actually seen it, 'cause I was racing in another league, but I DNF'd in the end, and I decided to spectate, and then around like 5 laps before the end, it showed up with the tyre performance, and it is in the game.
Yeah, Yona made a massive mistake, by the way, out of 15. He's lost the tail to Rocco. Rocco's lost the DRS to Jensen, more importantly. And they're both derating. And yeah, Yona is going to be an Rocco, I should say, is going to be an absolute setting duck. Messina, by the way, is through 18 down the inside of Brock. Gets the move done, and now Yona is through on Rocco for second position. Lap 22 out of 26. Jensen's lead. Yona second, Rocco in third.
Actually... I just realised I do have a driver left. It's actually Yona, because I'm pretty sure I said Yona for P3.
Brock's down the inside on a Messina, and repays the favour. Through he goes into P7.
For now. He's got so much... Brock's got so much ERS, though, look.
He has got so much more ERS. He is saving that up. And
Zero's taken the point.
He has. And Alien's still... Yeah, Alien's still battling with them as well. They came out the pit lane. Oh, there's yellow flag in sector 1 and Theo ran to turn 1.
No safety car, please. That's going to change absolutely everything.
There might be, to be honest. He has DNF'd out the race. He has actually crashed out the race. That looks off track to me, though. I don't think there's going to be a safety car. Oh, it's Jensen! Nearly hits the wall into the castle section. Jonah. My God!
Jonah did as well. They were all super close to hitting the barriers.
Oh.
Barrack was on the back of Rocco, though.
All I'm going to say, catch your breath. 4 laps to go after this one. Jensen leads, Yona in second, and suddenly it seems as if it's between Jensen and Yona, because Rocco's tyres are now going off.
Is Rocco going to make a surprise win, maybe, because he's on the hards, Yona and Jensen on old mediums. So Jensen's lost grip already.
Look at Baraka.
He's going to lose grip
it's Henry! Has crashed out coming through 10-15. That might be a safety car. Oh, it is! It's a safety car! And Yona comes into the pit lane! And Jensen stays out! This is dramatic! Jensen stays out, Baraka stays out as well! They're all into the pit lane for a set of soft compounded tyres. The latest safety car you will ever see in FRL! And Jensen now leads. It's Baraka in second. Both of them are on worn tyres. Everyone's in!
Here's the thing. Is there going to be Delta? Because if there is, wait, Match is getting held up in the pit lane. Match has got held up.
He has. He's got held up, and I think that was because Rocco came through.
I think he was fixing his front wing at the same time, though, because there was a huge gap.
He's lost 5, yeah. I mean, he's lost 2.5 seconds to Rocco, and he was well ahead of him.
If there is Delta, then Jensen and Baraka can box and still stay ahead, and really they should still box either way. But Yona is actually caught up by a little bit, but I think there is Delta.
Oh, do you know how I say catch your breath? Don't catch your breath.
We can't. Catch your breath.
Jensen and Baraka now, however, they've got to come into that set of soft compounded tyres. Just a minute. Jensen and Baraka, on that sort of... When they go into a set of softs, are they going to be ahead of Yona? Are they going to hold the race lead in second?
Maybe.
I think they might.
They might, but they've got to hope that they're still Delta, so we don't know if there is or not.
They'll be Delta to the end of the lap before they come across the start-finish line, so they'll have Delta, and if they pull out, I think around 17.5 seconds on Yona, job done for Jensen and Baraka, they're in the lead.
Well... At least OTL Alien and Zero are in the points now, and they can maybe even fight for more positions.
Yeah, both of them have stayed out as well. I think Zero stayed out.
Oh, they should not. Zero's stayed out because he boxed a bit more early.
Jensen's got a pit here, surely.
Okay, Jensen's in the pit lane.
He is. Baraka, thank goodness.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Oh. Well then. we're gonna have two laps.
Shootout.
It's gonna be a two-lap shootout, yeah, because the safety car won't come
DRS.
in.
No, wait. Jensen's on the mediums. Wait, hang on.
No.
Jensen's got on the mediums.
Jensen's on the mediums and he's in the lead of the race.
No.
And Baraka's coming out and Jonah's going to be side by side with Baraka coming out of the pit lane and Jonah's going to be ahead of Baraka. Jonah is ahead of Baraka. How crucial is that? Jonah now is within a race leading chance.
I think Jensen forgot to change his tyre.
I think he did, yeah.
Or has he used them all? No, he's only used one set of softs. He must have made a mistake. Oh no.
It's very similar to what I did. Oh, is that Rocco's?
Wait, how that happened?
Overtaken Nathan.
Maybe Nathan overtook him, then Rocco had to re-overtake to gain back his position. Oh wait.
Yeah. No, Nathan.
What's going
they're having a bit of a gentleman's agreement. I think who's going to get fourth position?
I think Nathan's trying to get his position back.
Yeah.
Because of course there is a glitch where if you actually overtake the driver and you go back, it'll tell you to re-overtake. Yeah. Which really you shouldn't be doing.
And Nathan, yeah, he's right on the back of Rocco. These two are good friends, by the way.
He wants his position back, which really, Rocco should know that you're not supposed to be overtaking.
Yeah, they are good friends, by the way, so I think Nathan might be just maybe giving Rocco the hurry up underneath the safety car. Everyone is going to be on the back, though.
Will the TTG duo, Macho and Messina, work together here?
I hope they get the win. Being non-biased whatsoever.
Jona's probably going to win. I think Jona's going to win. Should we make a top three another top three prediction now?
I'm not even going to predict the top three, because honestly, these final two laps is going to be crazy.
I'm going to make a guess. Jona's going to win Jensen P3 and probably Rocco P2. That's my guess. Oh, when Rocco got super close to Baraka there.
I thought they made contact. Safety cars coming in this lap.
As well. Oh my goodness. Rocco got a bit loosey-goosey there.
He did. He's warming up his tyres maybe a bit too aggressively. Look at the front two, though. They've actually gone. Jensen is trying to follow the safety car as close as possible.
Jensen's trying... because he's on the medium, so I think he's trying to maybe...
He's trying to preempt it, I think.
Ahead. And here's the thing. Can somebody steal the fastest... Oh my goodness. Jensen nearly brake checked Jonah.
He tried to go there. Jensen is going to wait, and now Jensen goes. And now he breaks away from Jonah, and Jonah might be the one that's a sitting duck down in towards one because Baraka right on the back, Rocco right on the back, Nathan right on the back. Could be 3 wide in towards turn 1 as Rocco looks the outside on Baraka. Not quite close enough. Jensen now holds the lead, and this, with no DRS, is going to be absolute mayhem as Baraka down the inside line of Rocco. Oh. Rocco nearly forced up by Nathan. Nearly contact again, and now Rocco and Nathan are side by side. Macho involved in this as well, and I think Rocco's just going to come out on top in P4.
Is there a chance that somebody can steal the fast lap on the final lap as well? But here's the other thing, I'll just know something. Baraka is on 0 lap old mediums, whilst everyone else is pretty much on 1 lap old apart from 0.
That's a glitch, I think. That's a glitch, I think, from Baraka's perspective.
They boxed up. No, they boxed on the different lap. Remember?
Oh yeah, they did.
That could be why.
Yeah. No, you're right. They did. Jensen holds the lead. Jonah in second. Is it between these two?
I think it's going to be between them two because Baraka's actually struggling. I think.
We've got a 2-lap showdown.
It's going to be like a battle between me and Michael last night.
Is it going to be a 4-0 finish? Is what I'm immediately thinking.
I would love that. I'm recording the final lap for this, because this is going to be intense.
Jensen holds the lead. It's 0.5 of a second. Remember, no DRS, but Jonah and Jensen actually hold the same ERS over each other at this moment, so they're nullified. It is softs, literally, against mediums. It is Jonah against Jensen for this race win. Is now Jonah going to close in on Jensen? Jensen, I think, has got to use up a lot of overtake mode down the straight. He pulls away slightly, and he's going to hold the lead down in towards one, which is absolutely crucial as Rocco is closing on Baraka. Look at the pace of Rocco. He's coming like out of a shot out of a cannon. Down the inside line in towards turn 1. Gets the job done. He's in the podiums.
Macho also got ahead of Nathan in the meantime as well, so Rocco is up in a P3. Not for now, because Baraka's going to fight back.
Baraka fights back down the inside line, gets the move done, but Rocco's not going to be too happy. I think he'll just wait in behind for now. Jensen holds the lead in towards 3.
If I was Jonah, I'd save his ERS, because Jensen's using his, I think.
If I was Jensen in this point... Oh, he hits the wall! Has he got damage?
Is he?
No!
Don't try it, Yona. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it.
Switch back in towards 7, maybe, but I think Yona's just going to have to hold him behind. No way! Is he going to try this?
Oh
Jensen, hold on!
Oh, and he's in!
Half a
Don't
lap!
crash in the castle section, please. Don't crash in the castle section.
They're through fine.
Right.
Jensen
He's on the
holds
back.
the lead.
Oh my god, he's right on the back of him.
Yona's right on the back. Surely it's only going to go one way, but Yona's using up his ERS, and now Jensen has not. And Yona has used up pretty much. They're both on relatively same ERS. Jensen and Yona. This is going to be a battle. It comes down to these corners.
Jensen hit the barrier again. Can Yona get him on the final straight?
Oh, he hits him! Into the back of him. Jensen, I think, gets the run. Out of 16, through 17, through 18, through 19. It is going to be a photo finish, possibly. Yona on the back of Jensen. I think Yona might just outdrag him to the line. Jensen is a sitting duck running down the straight, and now Yona to the outside line. Yona on the inside line. Jensen is still fighting back. Yona, absolutely brilliant to the line. It's 500th of a second, and Rocco has nabbed Baraka for third.
Oh my god! What a finish! Holy!
Who gets driver of the day in all of this? Driver of the day awarded by the in-game fan. Does Rocco?
God. I mean, yeah, he deserves it because he went from last to third.
Holy crap! Holy! What a race!
Oh my god!
And
what a finish!
And Jensen to the top step of the podium. I think that's wrong. It should be Yona to the top step of the podium.
Oh yeah, wait.
And Jensen is second. There's a glitch. I think it's a traditional glitch. I've seen it before. Yona gets the win. Jensen will get second. And I know for a fact they're going to swap over each other. I'm sure in the commentary box.
They'll be swapped. I think they will be. You cross the pit line under state. Wait. Wait, what?
Jensen.
Oh yeah, Yona crossed the white line on the. Oh no.
He did, but.
Oh no.
But does that affect the result? Will the stewards take that into consideration? Yona from P2 has won. Not what you see on your screen. Yona has won by 500ths of a second from Jensen in second. Rocco by 4,000 gets Baraka for third, I may add. Macho in fifth with Nathan in sixth. Messina in seventh. They've all got Brock in the end for eighth.
Yeah, because this all got a warning for crossing the pit lane exit. A lot of people did actually.
Oh
my god.
I'm still gonna do the interviews.
I'm
right.
too tired to do the interviews after that.
Let's transition though into the party if I can find it. Hopefully T-Hawk or somebody might set up the party in due course. But
I'm glad I recorded that.
What?
I think. Here's the other thing, Jensen was actually fighting back. Once Yona overtook, he actually started to gain on him again.
He did gain on him, but it wasn't enough to obviously counteract the fact that it was 500th of a second.
He used too much ERS.
He did. Jensen had a bit of a reserve, I think, to the end of the race.
Yeah, that was...
Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, there could be. The party hasn't been set up yet, which is very strange. I think everyone's just... yeah, T-Hawk normally goes in there, so I will leave this and I'll join you there. Right, let us get into blue screen, but we are just transitioning into the post-race interviews party now, and oh my god, what a race that was. Absolutely cracking finish, probably one of the best I've seen in Baku. Absolutely unbelievable finish. Hopefully we get our top two in, because that was an absolute finish and a half. thank you for providing us with that action I made just that as well, because that was absolutely insane. We have Jensen, we have Rocco currently. Hopefully Yona joins for his P1 interview, because we think he's got P1. Certainly crossed the line in P1, and I'm sure Jensen will probably back that up as well when we come to his interview, but hopefully Yona will be able to join.
There was a time glitch there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still. There's going to be a lot of people reported for crossing the pit line under the.
Yeah, I did catch some of it. Which
is.
I crossed it, but I came in the pits. Is that allowed?
Yeah, Yona. I think it was. Well, it was more Yona's. Yeah, from Yona's perspective, I think it was certainly because I was right on board with him. I think at the time, he certainly made a late decision, but I think it's because of the late nature of the safety car. That might have happened.
You still shouldn't be crossing the safety car pit line, even though if it's late. It doesn't give you the excuse to do that. You should just carry on, even if the safety car is going to come out ahead of you.
Here's the other thing, Jensen. You know the humongous bump that you have on the pit lane exit as well? There's like the bump, of course, that you can go onto and cut. Some people cut that as well.
Ooh.
There's
I did catch it.
There's got to be plenty of stewards' decisions, I think, is what we can face. Yona, however, is here. Yona is here for his P1 interview, and Yona, obviously, we think you have won P1 out on track. Hopefully the stewards might not take that away from you, but what a finish that was. Talk us through it. Begin anywhere. Yeah, your maiden win, certainly, and I think that makes it 5 wins out of 5 races from 5 different people within FRL F1 as well. I'm pretty certain on that. But just talk us through that late safety car. It was a very late decision by your perspective. I think it was lap 23 the safety car came in. Very late came in. Did you cross that white line going into the pit lane entry? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think, to be honest as well, given the late nature of the safety car coming out, I mean, Jensen and Baraka already went past the pit lane wall, basically running down in towards turn 1, so they couldn't make that decision, obviously, to come in the pit lane. And I don't think it really affected anything during the race, to be honest. We had that safety car period, everyone got held back, so I don't think it would have mattered, really, if you crossed the white line or not. It didn't really affect the result from my perspective, certainly. But obviously looking ahead towards next week as we go to, I think it's Canada next week, if I'm not mistaken. How do you think you're going to get around there? Well, hopefully you do avoid the Wall of Champions, and hopefully you do celebrate tonight and go and grab yourself a drink and go and enjoy watching that photo finish back as well. Do not take the absolute mockery out of our British accents, by the way. Nice cup of tea. Don't blame you. You go and enjoy it, and go and enjoy your evening as well.
Yeah, cheers, dude.
Yeah, I thought Jensen was going to say something there, that's why I stopped.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on to Jensen, finishing of course in P2. Brilliant result for... Yeah, see you later, Yona. Brilliant result from your perspective though, Jensen. P2 finish, you extend your championship lead as well. Absolute crucial towards the end of the race. That safety car came out maybe one lap too late for you. Talk us through it.
It came out probably the worst possible time. I mean, every safety car this race has ruined my race. I was net P1 after the pit stops, after the VSC. Then the safety car came out, bunched everyone up. I locked up in the turn 1, and Rocco managed to get a jump on me, and I just couldn't break away from there. And then I think he got damage on the hards, so it was pretty easy to pull away there. And yeah, Jonah got through, he managed to keep with me. And then the second safety car came out, and it came out a bit too late for me to come into the pits, of course the white line. And I think most people should know that. Me and Baraka carried on going. We knew not to do that, and we waited until the next lap. Lucky enough the safety car was at the front of the pit lane, otherwise we would have been basically goners in that. But yeah, in the end the game gave me the option for the softs, took it, went into the pits, put me on mediums, so yeah. Another thing to add to that, and I picked up a little bit of damage on the final lap somehow, and yeah, coming to the line, yeah, it was a good little finish there with Jonah. Of course it said I was P1 on the screens, but he came out on top by the same gap, the opposite way, so yeah, good job by him anyway. I mean, of course I'm going to be reporting all that stuff, but I mean, yeah, in the end, it's at least P2 if nothing gets happened to it, so it just extends my championship lead even further, just like last season. It's coming along very nicely.
Yeah, it is coming along very nicely, certainly from your perspective. Just talk us through that finish though, because you honestly mustn't have felt a finish like that in probably your league racing career, because that was 0.05 of a second at the end of the day between you and victory.
Yeah, I know. I was a bit annoyed because Yona was pushing me through the corners It was probably because my damage though, so I ain't surprised. But he pushed me through the final corner, just pushed me a wide line, and he just kept really close because of that. So a bit annoyed how that ended up. That probably cost me the win, but I mean, yeah, in the end it was a good drive from him there. But yeah, it's P2 or higher in the end, so yeah, pretty happy.
Yeah, very happy, I would say, going in towards Montreal next week. And speaking of Canada, how do you think you're going to get on around there?
Canada, last season Canada was where I started my little winning streak. I think I got like 9 races, so from then on, so maybe I could start something there, who knows. But yeah, we'll see.
We will see, indeed. Go and enjoy your evening, though, and go and enjoy that second place a little bit more.
Yep, cheers, James, and Charlie as well, for the comments.
Very welcome indeed. Charlie, by the way, has said that his PS4 crashed, and we couldn't hear Yona either, which is absolutely terrible. But basically, Yona was very happy with his result. He enjoyed the race, and bloody-blah, bloody-blah. Yeah. But anyways, we'll move on to the man who finished in P3, of course. It is Rocco on the podium. A great fight with Baraka. You only got him by 0.004 of a second in the end. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm terrible at Baku, so being third at the end from last, because it kicked me out in quali, I was fuming. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Baraka was pretty robust. I couldn't get through him on the restart, and his internet didn't help, but got him just at the line.
Yeah, 0.004 of a second, but honestly, 18th up to 3rd position as well. Fantastic result from your perspective. Did the nature of the race, the 2 safety cars, really play into your hands?
Not really. It was just lap 1. I was on rails lap 1. I got from like 18th to 10th, and then a couple more people bottled, and then pit stops, and then just me and Macho out front for a bit. I was quite enjoying that, so I was a bit gutted when the safety car came. Didn't really want to see anyone else on the track, but oh well.
Yeah, it was a really good battle. We were on board with that to and fro between you both. A fantastic result, obviously, from your perspective. Looking ahead in towards Canada next week, how do you think you're going to get on?
Pretty terribly. Hopefully there's some rain, because yeah, Canada's horrible. I'm going to get penalties and wing damage and probably crash quite a bit. So we'll see. But I enjoyed my overtake on Nathan, by the way, on the safety car. Hopefully he learned his lesson to not try and save fuel too much. So he backed off.
What happened to the safety car between you both, by the way? Because it looked like you overtook him.
Yeah, I got past. He was going so slow because he was trying to burn fuel. I knew what he was doing, so I knew the game would let me get past. He was going so slowly, so I made the move.
Terrible from Nathan's perspective. Could have cost him a podium. Terrible.
Yeah.
But go and enjoy your evening, though, Rocco.
Thank you. See you Saturday.
Yes, see you Saturday indeed, and also see Jensen hopefully there on Saturday as well. And indeed, not the next man that we're coming up to, of course, Macho, who of course finished in P number 5, I believe. Macho, talk us through your race. Fantastic battles throughout.
Yeah, I think that was like the first time I didn't crash in a race. Seriously, like, so the start was decent. I think I gained a position there because of someone who crashed, and I thought, like, let's just keep it out of the wall, don't pick up any damage or anything, and that did like get pretty well. So I think I was the leading medium runner at some point. So as I was there with Rocco, I didn't want to fight Rocco, but we did all the time actually, but we were like catching a lot of guys up ahead. And at some point we were indeed fighting for the lead, but yeah, then I think there was a safety car on lap 11, and we did go to the hard tire, and I didn't like the hard tire, so I picked up damage on lap 16 or something, and I dropped back, and then luckily the safety car was there, and I think I was the only one who literally went to the left in front of the line, and everyone crossed it. But well, we'll see if that will get penalized. But then on the soft tire, new front wing, felt a lot better. I think I overtook only Nathan, but then again, P5, I'm happy. Provisional P5.
Yeah, provisional P5, and I mean from 12th on the grid as well. Your qualifying wasn't as strong as obviously what your race was. Just talk us through those safety cars, though. Really benefited, I think, from your perspective.
Yeah, I think the first one I was quite surprised that I came out in third, because I expected to drop a lot of positions, but yeah, well, the first one was very ideal for us. The second one, I think, as well, because I had damage and I wasn't able to overtake anyone. But then the safety car came. It was very beneficial for me, so I could get a new front wing and only overtake Nathan. But then again, one position is one position.
Yeah, one position, but I mean, a top 5 finish is just fantastic, I think, from your perspective, puts you up well into the championship standings as well. Obviously looking ahead to Montreal next week in Canada, how do you think you're going to get on?
Yeah, that's the thing, I don't like Montreal. I'm just going to pick up warnings and penalties. I think I had 22 seconds of penalties last season. I spun there, and it's just not my track. I don't like the track.
It's not your track. You never know. People obviously will complain, I think, around you. Say, I think, honestly, Canada is one of those tracks where drivers absolutely hate, but we, as commentators, absolutely love to commentate on, and hopefully provides a really good race. Certainly from your perspective, certainly from everyone's perspective, I think, out on track as well. Go and enjoy your evening, though, Macho.
You too, and thanks for commentating.
You are very welcome indeed, and it's always good to see a TTG man finish ahead of a relentless man as we now move on to Nathan. Nathan will not like this now. Nathan, welcome back. FRL P6 on your reserve return. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was okay. I don't think the need for the comment. Jab will be in your DM. Yeah, no, it was alright. Obviously, quali P5. I was actually surprised that I did a 0.0 because Baku is pretty, I don't know, it's pretty awful, especially on pad. But yeah, no, it was good. And then obviously off the start, I felt like just quite comfy, just kind of sat there. And then obviously because Izzo just died, and then yeah, I think obviously the VSC was perfect, and then suddenly I got a drive through because yeah, it hadn't have gone in. So yeah, I think without the drive through, I think the race would have been a lot different, because I think on the actual like first safety car restart, I think I would have been in front. So it would have been interesting to see what would have happened. And obviously we saw like Jensen was still in P2, like even on those old mediums. So yeah, who knows what could have happened with that. But yeah, I mean, I'll take P6 from a Baku race, because normally I get damage and then went the whole race without damage. So yeah.
I did say, by the way, at the beginning of the qualifying that you would be a bottle job around here, and that you normally are. I'm actually surprised to actually see you here in an interview room finishing in P6.
I was surprised. I went into it honestly thinking I was just going to get damage, but yeah, I just didn't pick up anything. But no, it was alright.
No, I think certainly from your perspective, that drive-through penalty really dug a hole really in your race. But you managed to get out of that. Obviously, I think that second safety car helped you out as well. P6 finish, where do you think you would have finished, though, if it wasn't for that drive-through? Surely you would have been probably towards the top end.
I'd want to say it would either be a win or a podium, because like I've definitely had more pace than Jensen, like the whole race, because it was, even after my drive-through, like the delta between me and Jensen, like it was just coming down so quickly. And I saw it was like half a second a lap, like faster. And even to like others, like I think it was Jonah as well, like I was gaining so much on him as well. So yeah, I think it probably could have been a podium, but yeah, it's just whatever, I guess. Obviously next time just learn that this VSC is going to be a very low delta coming out of the pit lane, which is unfortunate, but I know it happened before in a LOE race. I think it was China D2, that like 7 people picked up drive-throughs and it was chaos. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just the nature of the game, to be honest, and with this new patch as well, who knows what could have happened, to be honest, in terms of your race. But obviously going ahead in towards Montreal, you're a reserve currently within FRL. If you're driving next week, how do you think you're going to get on?
I'd honestly hope to miss it, but I don't know. If I do race, it's probably going to be even worse than Rocco. And I know Rocco despises it as well. So yeah, it's gonna be just try and survive and not get disqualified. But yeah, it's better than last game because they changed the curbs a lot, so it's more pad friendly, I'd say. But yeah, it's still gonna be, I think, just a fight for top 10, which probably won't happen. But yeah.
Yeah, in other words, expect 2 DNFs from both Rocco and Nathan next week in Montreal. But go and enjoy your evening though, Nathan.
Cheers, thank you for comms.
You are very welcome.
Enjoy the fact that United lost the young boys.
Oh yeah.
And we'll now move on to somebody who probably doesn't care about football. It's T-Hawk, of course. DNF from your perspective, not feeling as well as what we would have hoped, obviously, last week, but still a very strong race from your perspective in many different regards. Talk us through it.
You sure? You sure that we've been watching the same race?
I was watching the same race.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think the only accomplishment today is that I got the thing out of the way what I said in the YouTube comments earlier. Apart from that, it was just terrible for me. I mean, I already didn't feel great, was down half a second in qualifying, didn't manage to get a good start on the medium, spun around, had Zero collect me, then spun around towards the end of the race, got front wing damage, and then just outbroke myself on the outside curb into turn 1 on lap 21 or something like that. But at that point I didn't really care, because after the first safety car restart I've already lost almost all my downshifts, so it wasn't really registering anything when I shifted down, which means that I've taken some corners I should have been taking in 3rd gear in 6th. So yeah. A potentially good race just turned completely shit because of multiple reasons.
Yeah, to be honest, obviously you're not feeling well. I think that takes a whole knock-on effect as well with regards to a performance. But honestly, you drove really well as part of that race, I thought. Certainly your qualifying, I thought, was very good. You were nearly within the top 10. But just talk us through it out on track. Obviously the 2 safety cars. You were there in the first one, second one, I think you DNF'd just before that point, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I think I DNF'd like 1 or 2 laps before that. I'm not sure when it came out because I was occupied. But yeah, I mean the first safety car, so that was already some very good timing for me to miss the safety car window. And as I said, after that safety car, pace-wise, the car was good, but I just lost all my downshifts and just dropped a few positions there and couldn't really attack anything because the issue didn't get any better throughout the race. So yeah, I think the safety car could have helped me out a lot, especially after my spin. Also considering that we only had like 10 finishers, I think that's just some save points gone missing from me.
Yeah, I think points gone astray, to be honest. I think many people feel like who DNF'd as well within the race. Going ahead and towards Canada next week, how do you think you're going to get on if you're going to be racing?
I don't know. I mean, I managed to beat the guy that got 22 seconds of penalties last season, so hopefully I'll be able to beat him again, but I don't know. I mean, if the car pace-wise, I feel like this new update has really helped me, because the car feels much more stable under acceleration now, which is what I need. Like, I don't care with the edited understeer, I'm usually okay with that, but the grip on corner exit That's very important to me, so hopefully if I'm back to 100% and my wheel doesn't fail on me, then I think some good points should definitely be possible there.
Yeah, it's quite similar to Baku, I think, in regards to the track as well, where it could be a war of attrition, certainly out on track, and hopefully you might be there to pick up the points as well. But go and enjoy your evening, go and get some rest.
Will do. Thanks for commentary.
You are very welcome indeed, and that, I believe, brings us to the end of tonight's FRL F1 live stream. Thank you so much, of course, for tuning in. Charlie, of course, alongside me in the comments. I would ask him for my driver, for his driver of the day, but he's not here, so I'm going to have to give it anyways. And I think Rocco certainly deserves a great mention for driver of the day. 18th position, was leading for a majority of that race, finished P3 in the end. You never know what is going to be happening in terms of the safety car, in terms of the pit lane, I should say, in terms of the entries and the exits, whether they get investigated or not. We will bring you up to date, of course, with everything next week in Montreal. And of course, you can tune in for more FRL action, FRL F3 and F4 on a Monday at 7 PM, and then FRL F1 and 2 on a Tuesday at 7 PM as well. You do not want to miss it. And of course, if you have liked this stream, like, comment, subscribe, tick that notification bell, of course, if you are new. And that is that. Thank you so much for watching here in Baku. We hope to see you next week, of course, in Canada. But I've been James Said. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.